And we are rolling. What's up, guys? Welcome to Unlimited Freedom. This is Vaughn with Unlimited Freedom. It's Day Trader Tuesdays. Let's get into it. If you're not going to become a network marketer, we're not going to pay you what we said we were going to pay you, right?
News announcement. And this is a breaking news announcement. And this is a breaking chat live on Friday.
Platform
Go
Novatech
update.
Keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want.
We're about to crack into the content here at the Unlimited Freedom Network, but before we do, guys, I want to remind you, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, and I am not your financial advisor. The platform that I'm talking about today, as well as the links to all of the platforms that I talk about on here, are linked in the description to this video. So if you're interested, the only thing that you have to do is go to the description of this video, click the link, or copy and paste it into your browser. Also, I did this book with Matt Morris last year, The Power of Leadership. I wrote a chapter, Matt wrote a chapter. It's got chapters written by a lot of other amazing authors and entrepreneurs. You can also get that linked in the description. Now, before we roll into it, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, drop me a comment, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I release a new video here at the Unlimited Freedom Network. Let's get into the content.
All right. So what you guys understand and what most of you guys know is that on this channel, I have made available my trading course that I developed where basically I decided to share my trading strategy with you guys, right? It's a strategy that's achievable, attainable, sustainable, and it's how I was able to make more than I ever made before. Okay. And that is, something I've been doing for a few months now. Everything has been going good. Many of you have already purchased the strategy. We are, communicating back and forth in a Telegram group that I created for the people who actually purchase the strategy, right? So if I go through that from time to time, and what I will do is I will back check and make sure that everybody in the group has actually purchased the binary options trading strategy, because it's not a group where just anybody can join, right? You can join it as long as you have proof of purchase of the binary options trading strategy that I've made available on my channel. And the reason why I focus on these Day Trader Tuesdays is because in the crypto space, in the crypto platform space, whether you know it or not, if you partake in a crypto platform, right, a passive income platform, you're doing a form of crypto trading, right? Getting into a platform is a form of crypto trading, right? There's very lucrative crypto trading options out there. There's very lucrative Forex trading options out there. Some people like to trade on the stock market, right? And, if you were to go get an ETF on the stock market, basically you're buying into a percentage allocation management module in the form of an ETF, right? It's the same thing that you do when you go out and get involved in a crypto platform. And also, guys, I learned a lot of strategies from trading, especially when it comes to risk management. And many of the strategies that I learned as a trader, I actually use, and I have borrowed from from being a trader myself, and I apply them to what I'm doing in my passive income crypto platforms. You guys know that I'm involved in a lot of platforms. Well, there's a reason for that, right? There's a method to my madness. There's a reason why I'm involved in many different platforms, because that's the whole idea of risk management, spreading your risk, not investing what you cannot afford to lose, withdrawing early, locking in your profits, withdrawing often, developing mental toughness, diversifying, meaning you don't have all your eggs in the same basket, right? A lot of things a lot of people have been taken out of this game in the past because they put everything into one platform. And, even though the platforms might look like they're going to go on forever, none of them do, right? There's usually an end date to these, right? There's a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? And that's how it's been historically. Now, I hope that we can, come across a platform that can provide like nice daily gains and weekly gains and passive income that never goes away. That would be wonderful. That would be awesome. And I'm sure that the first one is already here, right? We just don't know which one it is yet. But that's why I spread out my risk, because if I've got $10,000, I would rather put 1,000 into 10 different platforms than just throw 10,000 into one. Or the same thing with 100,000. Put 10 grand into 10 platforms rather than just dump 100,000, six figures all into one platform. So Many of you already know that I could quit today, right? I could stop trading. I could stop YouTube. I could stop calling my clients back, right? I've got businesses outside of YouTube. I've got businesses outside of the internet, right? I could stop everything and I could retire now based on the amount that I make weekly and monthly from my passive income opportunities alone. Right? That means I'm at a point where I've invested so much into different passive income opportunities that I can make not just a living, but be in the top percentiles in the Western world. Okay? Only on the passive income. Right? So that's the power of this space. And one of the reasons why I have that power, one of the reasons why I've done well in the passive income platforms is because I apply the knowledge that I learned as a trader to what I'm doing in the passive income. So there is only good things that can come from you or anybody else getting my binary option strategy and learning some of the basic principles of trading, learning how to trade, trading for yourself. Let me tell you something, guys. The main reason why a company would give 1% a day in passive income to their clients is because they're making much more than 1% a day. So they can afford to give 1% a day. Hey, and I'm cool with that. I will take that 1% a day all day in passive income. I am more than happy with that. I am cool with that. I do that already. But I know as a trader that you can make a heck of a lot more than 1% a day. So what these companies are doing is they're getting the liquidity from the people who join. They're putting that liquidity into the market. They're making a killing, right? Just like the banks do. And unlike the banks, they're actually passing down the profit to their people in the form of 1% a day or 1.2% a day or 2% a day. Whatever have you, right? You know, we know this Rento trade is out now that does 12.5% a week. Well, the reason why they can give 12.5% a week is because they're making way more than 12.5% a week because of their trading. Okay, so I am very, very passionate about what I do as a trader. It does not consume my life. I do not trade for more than 1 hour a day. And I use my simple strategy that's attainable, it's achievable, it's sustainable, right? I use my simple strategy 6 days a week, right? Rest on the Sabbath, right? And I do that, right? Because the Forex market is a 7-day-a-week market, especially with the broker that I use. Which broker do I use? Well, you probably know if you bought my course, but if you haven't bought my course, all of that information is in the Binary Options Trading Strategy course, right? So, what I want to do is I want to take just a moment and share a little bit about myself, right? About my personal history of how I became a profitable binary options trader, right? How I became a profitable Forex trader, because it did not happen overnight, right? Years ago now, I was working as an insurance broker. I was a successful insurance broker. I had licenses nationwide in the United States, right? I was one of the top producers in the United States. I was one of the top producing insurance brokers in the United States. I've got the plaques to prove it, right? I've got the, I've got all of the awards, right? All that stuff sitting in my wall. I'm looking at it right now across the room here, right? So, guys, in my studio, I've got one side is dedicated to the Unlimited Freedom Network, and then the other side of the wall has got my plaques and my accomplishments, accolades, newspaper clippings of things that I've done and been a part of in the past, right? Why? Because you got to celebrate your victories, right? Lord knows there's enough bad stuff that happens in life, right? Lord knows there's enough bad negative stuff that we dwell on. We should also dwell on the victories. We should dwell on the positives. So, I was doing great. Everything was good. But as you know, I am a convict. I am a convicted felon. And what happened is, I had my insurance business before I went to prison. I did my prison time. I got out of prison. I got my insurance business back, and I was doing great. I was on top of the world. And then over Christmas one year, all the states, these great states, right, in this great country, right, decided that because I'm a felon, they were going to one by one revoke my license. So here's a guy who's gotten back on his feet. He's doing well. He's a positive member in his community. He's a positive member in society. He's doing a job that helps a ton of people, right? Helping connect people with insurance that they can afford and that's good for them and that's going to help them, right? So this guy he's what you want, right? He's the guy that gets out and makes something of himself. So what do? What do you think? They take it away, right? They take it away. Even though my felonies were violent in nature, they had nothing to do with financial, right? It was overt violence, right? Is what got me incarcerated, right? It's what got me my prison sentence. It's what got me convicted as a felon, right? Because the justice system is what it is. I did what I had to do, right? In order to get through it and to get back to my family and to have a sentence to where I could get out on the other side and actually have a life. I did what I had to do, guys. But because of that, they struck. I hired a lawyer. I ended up paying the lawyer a ton of money. Of course, the lawyer couldn't help me because once you're a felon, here's a newsflash for you guys. Once you're a felon, you're not going to win in any courtroom. Right, you're automatically looked upon as the scum of the earth, a bad guy. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter, right? It follows you, right? It goes along with you. So here I was living in a multi-million-dollar house, couple of nice cars, doing great. I was making large sums of money as an insurance broker, and all of a sudden, just like that, for my Christmas present from these great states, right? They took it away. They took my licenses away. So what was I going to do, right? I couldn't, as a felon, it's hard to get like a quote unquote regular job, right? It's almost impossible. You can't even work at McDonald's if you've got felonies on your record, guys. So, but more than that, I didn't want to lose the lifestyle, right? I didn't want to lose the nice house, the nice cars, going on trips, going on vacations, the type of lifestyle, going out to eat nice dinners, the type of lifestyle that I've enjoyed, right? That I became used to, right? And that is when a dear friend of mine contacted me and said that he was getting interested in learning how to trade Forex. And he wanted to know if I would be interested in, going on this journey with him. And I said, absolutely, right? It was like a godsend. I needed that at that moment. I needed something to where I wouldn't be capped. I wouldn't have an income cap, something where I could make, at the time I wanted to make as much money as I did in the insurance business. Now I'm making 10 times more. Right now I'm making way more than I ever did as an insurance broker. But that's what happened. So I started learning, right? I got the 101, 201, 301, 401 courses. I was doing the sleepless nights, right? I was doing the trial and error, right? I was talking to different mentors, right? I did everything to learn this because I had to. I had to succeed because failure was not an option, right? Failure was going to zero me out again, and I didn't want to get zeroed out again. So I, over time, developed my own strategy, right? It wasn't easy. It took a lot of trial and error. It took and it was like when you invent something new, when you build something new, you have to fix the bugs, right? You have to, it works, and then all of a sudden it doesn't. You have to figure out what went wrong, right? You have to tweak it. You have to work on it, and it took me a long time, guys, to become consistent and profitable. But I got there, right? And as I was doing that, I was also learning about cryptocurrencies. I was learning about the different crypto platforms out there. And I asked myself an important question. How are these guys getting 1% a day? How are these guys getting 3% a week consistently? How are they doing that? I know it can be done because I'm seeing it being done in these passive income platforms. I know it can be done. And if they can do it, I can do it. If their traders can figure out how to trade so profitably that they're able to give a passive income to people of 1% a week, if they're able to do that, I can do it. I can figure it out. I can do it too. If they can do it, I can do it. What one man can do, another can do. I can and I will develop a strategy that can do that. And I developed that strategy, right? That can not only do that, but more, right? And I have a private group of very close friends and family, right? Who have, been with me for a long time. I trust them. They trust me, right? There's never going to be any like legality issues or anything like that. And I am able to get them a nice weekly percentage, right? So they pool their some of their resources with me in my own private trading. I'm able to give them a weekly percentage that is just a little bit of a skim off of the large sums of money that I'm able to make with this strategy, right? There is nothing there's no possible negative effect that somebody could have from getting the strategy. The only thing it can do is it can make you deadlier. It can make you colder. It can make you better. It can make you better at your passive income platforms, better at risk management. You can develop a skill that nobody can take away from you because a skill won't rug pull, right? You think a skill of being able to know how to trade, that won't rug pull. Once you learn it, you know it, you got it, baby, and nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can pull the rug when you have the skill to go into the markets at any time and be profitable, right? The equation becomes solved at that point, and you're no longer in an opportunity. You're now involved in a solution.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you got some great value out of that content. Thank you for tuning in to the Unlimited Freedom Network. I really appreciate it, guys. Now, remember, before you get off here, guys, never invest crypto into any platform that you cannot afford to lose, right? There's no guarantees here, right? So make sure that you're practicing your risk management principles when you're in this space. Also, don't forget to check out my trading course. It's in the description. If you appreciate what I do here, the best way to support my work is to purchase my trading course. Link in the description. It's where I share my personal trading strategy with you. It's a strategy that's achievable, attainable, sustainable, and it's how I was able to make more than I ever made before. You do not have to be an expert on trading. It tells you exactly what to do, A, B, C, D. You can copy my profitable strategy, and like I said, links in the description for that. Also, don't forget to smash that like button. Drop me a comment. I always love reading your guys' comments. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you guys on the next one here at the Unlimited Freedom Network.